Hey, what's up? Today I'm gonna be trying to vinyl this. I'm gonna take the vinyl off of this piece and redo it again with my own fabric. So I've been looking at this piece and there are these little screws right here. There's 7, I believe. There's 6 on the sides and 1 right in the middle. I already took 2 of them off. I'm gonna try to get them all off and see if it pops off like that. Well, that is not gonna work. I'm gonna have to take off the whole thing. So if you didn't know, you gotta take off the side panels first. You take these screws off. This one right here, and there should be one right here as well. So you take those both off. Alright. Holding the dash in place is just 2 Phillips heads. Not flat heads like my dumbass right here tries to use. But yeah, there's just 2 of them. Alright, so I don't really feel very happy that I gotta do all this, but I'm gonna do it. So the whole thing pops off like that. Okay, so once I got that, okay, so I was able to get that off. On this one, you have to press this little brown tab right here down to get it off, which is kind of hard. You have to kind of do it from underneath. This side, which is the airbag light, you just gotta press this little tab down. This one was super easy to come off, but the whole thing comes out like this. And now that I have it out, I might just do the whole thing, but I'm gonna do this first just to see where it takes me. Okay. Start by removing these screws around here. There's just 4 of them. Right here, I had to take these little clips off. So they're kind of hard to take off, but you just take them off. And then you pull out the little rod. Make sure you remember how these springs are positioned. That is so important. Make sure you remember. It was difficult.
Hey, Mom. Huh? I go see. Go.
Just take off all these screws. Right here you kind of have to like pull it out at an angle. Try to make sure these springs didn't come out and try to keep it in the same position, but yeah, they just slides out at an angle and just pop it off. Yeah. But I'm keeping this together like that. Here's just a little bit of footage of me peeling off this. I already peeled off the first half of the vinyl, so just showing you that. I started right at the top, like right here, and then I worked around, so I'm gonna do the other side. I'm just showing you how I did it. I mean, it's not that hard, but I'll show you a little bit of footage of what it looks like. You gotta get under there and unfold all the creases. Just unfold it. Just had a little bit of double-sided tape in the middle. It just peeled right off. Pretty easy. And then I took the double-sided tape off later. Here you can see the vinyl on both sides. Once I took it off, here's the front and here's the back. So what I'm gonna do now is cut that seam right there with my scissors. I'm gonna just go ahead and just cut right along, trying very carefully not to cut any of the vinyl and only the stitch. Only the stitch. It's actually a lot easier than it sounds. It actually just kind of goes right through, straight to the stitch. Path of least resistance, I guess. But yep, pretty clean cut every time. Just gonna start off where the glue is at right here. Pull the string until it pops out. Alright, so I got them apart and everything, so I like to just do the part that's most wrinkled up and spread it out real good. Just touch one tiny spot down and slowly just smooth it out. Just see how I'm holding it up and just doing it slowly like that. That's the best way I found to do it. Yeah, so of course I used that Gorilla Glue. I let it tack up for about a minute and then I started. So the glue is already on the cardboard here. And it was just Gorilla Glue adhesive spray. There's different kinds of sprays. Most of them though, you gotta let them tack up for a minute before you could use it. Right here I just was gluing this edge down because I wanted it to be perfectly flat because that's where the stitch was at. I had to find something to weigh it down. I just used a butter knife. I put a butter knife right on top of it. And then I put my can of spray on top of the butter knife to keep it flat. This one was being more tricky than the other one, so I had to do this one, not the other one. Alright, so we have our orders.
Do you agree with that?
Yep, nothing we can do about it. Don't worry, kid'll be alright.
I'm gonna add a little strip of vinyl here because there's a dent. And I'm just trying to fill that space in so it doesn't look weird here.
I was hoping we would strike a blow against the Akatsuki. You're joking, right?
So I cut these pieces out and now I'm marking the thing. I'm gonna mark out the whole thing because I'm not gonna stitch it together in the middle. I'm gonna do one piece. I think it'll look better with the fabric that I'm using.
Something building or anything? I can report that everyone is safely back within the land of fire.
Excellent. Good work, Hudson. Keep going.
Right.
This is a new piece. I didn't like how the pattern looked on the other side, so I put it in a different spot. But I made a line straight down the middle so that it could be easy to line up here. And this is already glued on. So I folded it all over and glued up the other edges too. I had to do cuts all over the place. Just try to get it to fit. It was easy on these these spots weren't easy. These parts were super difficult. But I got it to work here. I cut holes in the fabric and put it around the screw hole right here. Looks good. I think it's gonna work better. Alright, all done with this part, so time to put it back together. Alright, that latch is back on, so now I'm going to put this back lid on again. Just screw everything back in place. Right here, there's a little bit of, you can see some fabric coming out of the corner, so I just put the screw in lightly and then pushed it in with the flathead right here. Got it under that lip. And once it was under, then I screwed it all the way tight so it wouldn't come out. Had to do that on both of the bottom corners. Everything here just sort of snaps back into place on its own. Just screwing everything back in and everything will be back. It's pretty easy. Just remember to snap those back in the back on the passenger airbag light and the start stop. So
Looks neat.
sick. It looks sick. Get it right.
See, it looks a lot better than if you would have done the whole thing.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does. It's too hot to be doing this shit though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shower and change, and I'm gonna go to Walmart and buy chemicals for the pool.
Okay.
Because today would have been a good day of clearing tools over.